This is when the court is over, when court dismissed. You can see Mazin and the Kanu lawyers and some personnel when the TV presenters was asking them some questions. You can see them. Okay, let's listen to them and hear the question they ask them and the response they give to the audio TV presenters.
There's a thesis that has become intractable because Mazin Nnamdi is an Igbo man. That thesis is becoming more and more valid by the day. So what is playing out in court now is nothing but the best evidence that this matter has gone beyond the province of judiciary and should be taken back, by the executive branch that started it anyway. There is no trial without prosecution. So it's the executive branch, the president, that triggered this through the office of the Attorney General. So the president can direct the Attorney General to take the case back to the table to see whether it should be resolved politically. But to try to resolve this case before the courts is becoming more and more impossible every day.
Is this a call for political intervention on this case?
Well, of course, everybody is calling for that. It's not throwing in the towel. What is wrong with calling with reconciliation when the courts of the land actually recognize it as well? Check out Section 17 of Federal High Court Act. It called on judges to seek reconciliation between litigants before them, including criminal cases. Section 174 of the Constitution empowered the Attorney General of the Federation to discontinue criminal prosecutions. So why should anybody say this matter should be resolved in courts when we have an alternative route of resolving it politically that appears to be easier and that would appear to be pleasing to everybody?
Let's talk about
the procedure today.
the proceedings today.
Okay.
What next?
I will yield to one of my colleagues to discuss that. By Sama Square of Bara will proceed.
Okay, actually, it's good for us to put the record straight. Mazin Nnamdi is not saying that he will not enter the fence. Mazin Nnamdi said, under what law are you charging him? Going by the Constitution, there is no charge against him. That tell me the law, that the court should tell me the law upon which he's being tried. Now, my lord is on so saying that whatever thing that you have to say should be ruled at the final written address, and it should be upon a conviction to know whether they're supposed to be convicted or not. Amazon Nnamdi said no. There are thresholds, there are hurdles upon which you need to cross, you need to reach that particular issue. And one fundamental issue there is that my law said we are talking about issue of extraordinary rendition, the way we have been brought back from Kenya to Nigeria. And he wants somebody to come and give evidence on that. There is nothing before him. And if you watch the motion of Mazin Nnamdi file, Mazin Nnamdi said, Federal High Court has given a judgment in respect of that, and also awarded 500 million naira against federal government in his favor. That judgment is in the court file. Court of Appeal, in their judgment, also gave ruling on that and made comment about that. CTC of that judgment is in the court file. Supreme Court, in their judgment, also took judicial notice of that and they condemned that attitude. They are all in court file. There was a motion challenging the decision of the court where these issues are being raised, and Mazin Nnamdi made reference of the motion in the court file. Yes. And under the Evidence Act, Mazin Nnamdi is saying that under the law, court is obliged, is under obligation to take judicial notice of every document in your file. Yes. So asking him now to go and enter into a defense and start giving evidence on that is a waste of time. Yes. That court is on its own supposed to take so much to raise this issue. Yeah. Court is expected to raise this issue. Now there is a charge before me. Please, under what law? Address me on this issue before I go into trial. And Mazin Nnamdi filed a motion, and I think that motion, Mazin Nnamdi said that motion should be heard, and all this issue I raised should be tracked for me to go into trial. So I'm into defense. So my law, Mazin Nnamdi maintain his position on that. So my law said that he has run to tomorrow for him to get that defense just like we said, you know, we are no longer into the matter, but we are still consulting us. I am saying so. On handling his matter in court, he felt that he's competent to do that. So whatever advice he needs from us as his lawyer, we should also offer the legal advice, just to get the record straight, so that people will not say that Nnamdi refuses to enter defense. No, there is no such issue. Nnamdi said, address me on this issue. Okay, that's
the honorable member here would like to say.
Well, my name is Right Honorable Obi Akocha. I represent the great people of Iguana, Omaya North and Omaya South for the constituency of Abia State. I represent Mazi NMK. From what I saw today in court, there seems to be a systemic effort being put in place to steamroll and railroad Mazi NMK into putting up a defense and leading to conviction. There are procedural issues that must be